Number 5. Number 5, the pathway question. Do I have a strategy to reach my dream? There is no magic power in having a dream. You can't just wait for it, you have to work for it. Okay, here's where many people fail. Many people fail thinking the dream is enough to get them there. That if they just have a dream that they are passionate about and that they love and that's who they are, they just think that that somehow is going to carry them there. And I'm here to tell you that you've got to have a strategy to get to where you want to go. So we're going to look at some research that I came across recently that I have for you. A friend recently acquainted me with the results of a 2005 study published by Think TQ, a training and publishing organization. It illustrated how infrequently people develop strategies for achieving their dream. Here's what the study revealed about the people tested. 26% focus on specific tangible targets for what they want in life. 19% set goals aligned with their purpose, mission, and passion. 15% write down all their goals in specific measurable detail. 12% maintain a clearly defined goal for every major interest and life goal. 12% identify related daily, weekly, long-term goals with deadlines. Now here's the one that grabbed me. Here's the killer, folks. Here is the killer. 7%, 7 out of 100 people take action daily toward the attainment of at least one goal. 7%. And then they wonder why they don't achieve their dreams. Only 7% do everything daily, do something daily that's going to somehow have a positive effect upon what their dreams and what their goals are. So how do you secure your dreams? This question is a lot like the reality question to me. As I said, the reality question, I think of the 10 is the most important because I think that's what people fail the most in achieving their dreams. I think this would probably be number 2 as far as what causes failure in pursuit of dreams. So let's talk about how to secure it. I'm going to take the word secure, S-E-C-U-R-E, and I'm going to teach off of that. The letter S stands for state all of your positions. In other words, find out where you are right now. Mark Twain said, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complete overwhelming task into small manageable tasks and then starting on the first one. So when I want to create a pathway to achieve a dream, I start by stating my positions in the process. Number 1, what is my present position? Where am I right now? Because everyone who got to where they are had to begin with where they were. What's my present position? Number 2, what's my future position? What will my dream look like when I've achieved it? Number 3, what are the positions in between? Now, it's the positions in between that make the dream complicated. Most of us know where we are, most of us know where we want to go, but most of us have not sat down and began to develop the step-by-step strategy from how to get where we are to where we're going to go. So you have to find out, first of all, just state what position you're in. You got to kind of know where you are. The letter E, examine all of your actions. Now that you kind of know where you are, look back and start examining all of your actions. The difference, I underlined this first sentence in this paragraph. The difference between a dream and wishful thinking is what you do day to day. George Sheehan observed, there are those of us who are always about to live. We are waiting until things change, until there is more time, until we are less tired, until we get a promotion, until we settle down, until. It always seems as if there is some major event that must occur in our lives before we begin living. If you want to achieve dreams, you cannot allow yourself to be one of those people. How do you avoid it? By doing something that will advance you toward your dream today. So what did I do today? Did anything get me toward my dream? C, consider all of your options. However beautiful the strategy, you should occasionally look at the results. Isn't that good? So you need to consider all of your options. George Patton declared, successful generals make plans to fit circumstances, but do not try to create circumstances to fit plans. Once you figure out a plan for reaching your dream, the immediate steps you think that you need to get there, there's a danger that you will become inflexible and try to stick to your plan no matter what. Sometimes it's wiser to explore other options. When you're having a hard time moving forward, don't be quick to revise your dream. Instead, revise your plan. It's always been my dream to add value to people. But over the years of that dream to add value to people, I've reinvented myself many times. I was a pastor, and then I said, my goodness, if I write, I can add more value to more people there. So I started writing, and then I thought, my goodness, if I develop a company that resources people, then those resources are going to be able to go where I'm not, so we'll get a training organization. And so we did that, and then I said, well, if I found an organization called Equip, I can train leaders internationally. And I've probably gone through, 7 revisions. I'm still John Maxwell. Still want to add value to people, but you want to be creative, and how many options do I have to achieve that dream? The letter U, utilize all of your resources. Utilize all the resources you have. Look around and say, okay, if I'm going to be successful with my dream, what resources do I have? What people do I have? What opportunities do I have? What kind of time can I give? That's what I'm talking about. Several years ago now, probably, 12 years ago, I'd written several books, and they were starting to do pretty well, but I'd never been on New York Times bestseller list. And I went to my publisher, and I said, I want to make the New York Times list. And I remember we sat down for a half a day, and we developed a strategy for me to do that. And first of all, you've got to have a good book, so it starts there, okay? I don't want to be too elementary, but, you've got to have a good idea. You got to have a good book. And it was right when I was getting ready to write the 21 Laws. I had been for 2 years inwardly thinking and then writing on my legal pad the laws of leadership. And again, it started off huge, and I got it down to 21 and that I thought were truly the laws. And so when we got in our strategy room that day, I said, okay, we've got a good idea, and then let's get people around us to help us with this good idea, because none of us is as smart as all of us. And then we said, let's set a deadline to make the list, because to make a New York Times bestseller list in a book, it isn't like how many books you sold over a year period of time. It's how many books you sold in about a 3-week period. Because bestseller lists are determined monthly. And so to make the bestseller list, you've got to sell X amount of copies in about 3 weeks. So we said, okay, here's a window. We're going to do this in April. We're going to make the bestseller list in April. And so we decided that we would, in 5 days, do a 15-city tour. And that we would get us a private jet, and we'd start in Tampa, and I started a breakfast meeting in Tampa, and I had a lunch in Atlanta, and I had a noon meeting in Charlotte, and you're getting the picture now. And we just absolutely had crowds everywhere we went. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and I would go in and I would teach on the 21 Laws a little bit, and then we brought these books in by the cases to get people to buy a case of book for your team, the whole works. And we started in Tampa, just kept going back and forth across the country, ended in San Diego. 15 cities in 5 days. About a week later, I made the list. Made the list the first time, and then momentum began to carry it. And I think on the business bestseller list, I think 21 Laws of Leadership stayed on the list for 3.5 years. But now here's very simple. The strategy. It's not enough to just say I want to have a bestseller. Well, then how do I get a bestseller? It's not enough to say I want to get to the top of my organization. The question is, well, what's your strategy to get there to the top of the organization? The letter R in the word secure, remove all non-essentials. Just simply all I'm saying there is just don't do the things. Just Just don't do things that are going to keep you from getting your dream. Remember I said the secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda. You got that, don't you? What I do today is either making me or breaking me. Now what I'm saying is, it's not only what you do that is in the dream area that's going to help you to get to that dream, it's what you don't do because it's not going to help you. Many years ago, now by the way, I'm not anti this, so I'm just giving you out of my personal life. Many years ago, I gave up reading fiction. Now, wow. I think fiction's wonderful. I think you learn a lot from fiction. My wife reads probably 2 to 3 books a week. And so she gives me a lot of stuff that she's reading out there. So I'm not anti-reading fiction. It's just very simple. I only have time to read so many books. So I determined that I would read books that were nonfiction that would help me in my life to grow. Now, please, don't walk out and say, well, now I know how to reach my dream. Give up fiction. No. But I am here to tell you, if you're going to reach your dream, there are some things you're going to have to give up. You've got to give up to go up. And there are some things in your life that you're just going to have to remove all those non-essentials, whatever those things are. And then the letter E, lastly, embrace all your challenges. King Solomon, considered to be the wisest man who ever lived, wrote, "A sensible man watches for problems ahead and prepares to meet them. A simpleton never looks and suffers the consequences." How true that is. Got a question to ask you. Halfway through the questions, how you doing? Are you learning something? Are there some that you can kind of say, I'm doing really well there? Huh? How many of you did well on one of them, okay? Okay. How many of you did not do well on at least one of them, huh? How many of you just need to quit listening to this lecture because the first 5 are going to overload you for the rest of your life? And it's kind of like, I don't know if I even have time or energy to do the next 5. I've already got my challenge in front of me. Can you not see as we wrap up number 5, can you not see the value this would be, not only for you, but for your team? Oh my goodness. Because you have people in your business that have a dream, but they're not going to achieve it unless you've got some kind of a process like I'm bringing you through to achieve your dream and to achieve also theirs, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, now.